Uh, Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the morning session. And today we are going to talk about all the various aspects in food technology, from subjective to the professional skill, the soft skills, whatever we have to approach for the subjective types, and the side by side what our courses we can do during within our according to our academic session. So today's guest of honor, the speaker is Dr. Siddharth Lokhande sir. He is an assistant professor at Kolhapur University, and he has done his PhD from Shivaji University in 2018, and he's even net qualified in 2015. So, and he has been working in industry. Then later on, he moved towards academics. So, we welcome sir to the session.
Okay, thank you, Prafulla, for
Yes, sir.
brief introduction. Uh, and again, I'm very much thankful to all the organizers to given me an opportunity to represent my thoughts in front of all the participants. So, good morning to all of you.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
may I audible? Any
Yes, sir, you're
disturbance?
audible. You're clear.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we
Can you
start?
tell us about your journey from college till today? How was it from up top to the bottom? In short.
Really, again, it's very uh, great chance to me express myself because if you see the the admission, I will brief about some incidents also because not intentionally we have entered in this field, but from when we have got an idea from our alumni, from that day never we thought we have entered accidentally. So it was an accident in the year 1998. I have taken the admission in the Agriculture University, College of Food Technology for BTech program. At that time, nothing was the idea ki what is the course or what we are going to learn or what profession is there. Nothing was the in front of me. But slowly, when enter in the hostel and college, really slowly, then we have familiar with the this field through the seniors, through the teachers, several mentors till date we have got, and due to that only able to reach to this platform. Then after BTech, then till BTech again, the thing is that the location like Parbhani, so many hurdles because you can see the availability of resources, then connect with the industries, connect with the professional peoples. But thanks to our college alumni, they have done very good job. All the teachers, they have provided very good knowledge along with the degree. We have gotten the other skill sets because again you can see the definitely there were gaps, but later on once we have entered in the professional areas, at that time we have realized it it's an everyone can do, but unless and until if you don't exhibit your potential, uh, it will not possible. So the thing is that then after BTech, I have done the job in the few industries. ITC's third party, that is uh, Ashirwad Atta, then was manufactured at Khopoli plant, then 1 year for Coke Nashik, and also associated with the retail chain. And afterward, since 2008, I have entered in the academics. 1 year spent at uh, Karad College. Then later on, in the university since 2009, I am working as an assistant professor. And meanwhile, I have completed my education qualifications and few of the achievements I able to achieve since then.
Yeah, so that was a great, huge journey you have been conducted till now. So let's come back with our session. I would like to uh, share the PPT and let's start with the webinar.
Okay, shall we start?
Yes. Just a moment. So is that PPT visible to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sir.
Shall we
Fine.
start, Prafulla?
So I will mute myself, and you can start yourself.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. So, good morning, friends. Again, welcome to all the participants for today's session. As Prafulla told me about the case, sir, can you talk on something which is relevant to academics? So immediately I have given my acceptance to him. Yeah, I will ready for giving something is with me that I would like definitely to share my views, whatever knowledge with me till date that I will share. Because again, then what will be the topic? The topic, if you see, overview all aspects in academic food technology. Nowadays, you can see it's quite difficult whenever we are pursuing our education qualifications. At that time, everybody is having the question in our mind, how we should pursue our education qualification. It is big. Again, the can say the challenge, or maybe the big thing for each and everyone. So with that intention, I have made some slides or this content by my own experience. So you see, the content is somewhat heavy, but within 1 hour we have to complete it. The time is 1 hour, so we will try to complete it within 1 hour. So the overview aspects in food technology is the topic, and under this topic, I have covered some things. Everybody knows whenever the thing comes in mind, at that time, from the which organization we should take the education. This is again one big thing for each and every stakeholder of the whole country. So in that, you can see these are some renowned organizations. Can say they are actually provides the food technology education throughout the country. So intentionally, I have taken the big organizations from our country only. So NITs Rourkela, IIT Kharagpur, CSIR, CFTR, and Mysore. It is one of the renowned, and you can see how big work is consistently going on. Then state university departments like our department. Then all the UD cities, Amravati, Nagpur, Jalgaon, etc. Then state agricultural universities. Again, you can see that this is very big part actually. So the agricultural universities in the country, their own campuses as well as some private institutions. Central universities, then IARI, New Delhi, deemed and autonomous institutes and universities within the country, and national institute. The example is the NIFTAM. So from these all the educational institutes, we are pursuing our education qualification. But again, whenever we are pursuing the education qualification, at that time we are facing the lot of problems, and the problems means, or maybe the confusions. But today I will try to sort out all the confusions which comes in our mind through the discussions. So we will proceed further to the next slide. Next, if you see as the Prafulla told me about focus the academics part, and what is its importance whenever we are pursuing any subject or any content during the time of our teaching and learning process. It may be the participants from the various fields, but again, you can see whenever any content delivery, whenever we are deliver any content about the subject, at that time the present scenario is very different, because if you compare with the days with the 15-20 years back, the now scenario is completely changed in academics. There are so many online platforms available. There are so many databases are available, so many different organizations are available. But in that organization, what kind of the knowledge we are getting, that is again very important. So that's why you can see the difference in between the renowned organizations and few new institutions. The difference or the game changer or difference in between the making them at such a big height is the availability of the manpower, or maybe the teaching staff and supporting staff, availability of the resources. In the resources, the very important aspect is the laboratory, available of the laboratory and availability of the pilot plant or incubation center. It is very, very essential part of each and every organization which leads the teaching and research. So in teaching learning process, always I am focusing on the whatever your basic subjects, because I have added this content. If you see, the content is I have added according to your phase wise. When we are in first year in engineering stream, there is a different kind of the education. In some technical institutes like AICTE approved institute, they are having the different curriculum. But you can see even IITs or NITs, whenever we are comparing at that time, now the higher education, even ICAR, then AICTE, all the educational institute now, the recently so many reforms they have taken about framework their syllabus or curriculum. So moreover, I have gone through the curriculum of most of the organizations. At that time, I have realized that the curriculum, whenever we are designed, in that no doubt in first year, basic subjects like mathematics, physics, chemistry, then engineering, drawing, graphics, several subjects we have added. But even you can see that subjects are also very important, because being an academician, when I studied about the students' behavior, at that time, one thing is I have realized it. He said, what is the importance of this subject, that subject, basics, physics is not required, chemistry is not required. But friends, keep in mind, this is not like that, because if you are facing any interview, at that time, any subject's knowledge may be applicable for you. The one real incident was happened because one IIT people came to our department, and at that time he has started his interview. At that time, I was realized how the basic subjects are also equally important. That example really opened up my eyes, and from that days, never even some confusions in my mind. From that time, I'm conveying my message to each and everybody. Don't treat any subject or don't compare any subject, or comparison should not be there, because each and every subject's knowledge will give you completeness. Otherwise, it is not possible, because the interviewers can ask anything, because whenever you are facing any interview, at that time, if you are saying I don't like this subject, that subject, at that time you will in trouble. So always keep in mind, so don't express your comparison in front of the interviewers, because they will trap you, and your interview most of the chances of your interview will be the failure will be observed. So this is one thing I would like to express, because when the title of the slide indicated that is food chemistry, then again so many students, participants, they may have the question, sir will now conduct the typical basic subjects lecture. But friends, keep in mind, just see the food chemistry is one of the very important subject, and as your first year is completed, then immediately in second year when you enter, at that time these basic subjects will start. So basic subjects in that the food chemistry, or we can say in second year onwards, specialization and relevant to the specialization, some basic and very important subjects you are studying. And at that time, food chemistry is one of the very important subject. You can see whenever you are learning. And in that case, you see, I have tried majority of the part. One perspective I have kept in my mind, that is nothing but the being an academician, how I should learn this food chemistry. And another perspective, what is the need of this subject relevant to the industry, or maybe in your future career where this subject will be applicable. Now you can see the list is very big. Food chemistry comes in mind, and immediately you can see the structure and this analytical part, and then what is the use? Sometimes we are thinking in that direction, but friends, you don't make the mistake to treat this subject for only passing purpose. You get the thorough knowledge of this subject, and it will create an opportunity. You can see the water, carbohydrate, protein, fat, lipids, vitamin, minerals. These are the contents, and their structures, the chemical nature of any commodity. Unless and until if you don't know the chemical nature and its physical structure or morphological structure, then how you can proceed further for your remaining part. The physical properties of the grains also, you can see it depends upon the nature of your commodity, or size, shape, and content of the commodity. Nutritive value, again another aspect which I see how government is also strongly focusing this nutritional value or nutrients, because you can see the malnourishment or nutrition is one of the opportunity while you are learning this subject, because the nutritive value is again the calculation and which nutrients are associated with the commodity that you have to see. Classification of the nutrients, the different classification, major and minor nutrients that you have to classify. And when you learn this subject thoroughly, and then automatically you can see how you will connect with the other things. The nutrition is one of the major. Then food regulation. In food regulation, this subject is having very vital role actually. Then food quality, then chemical changes during processing, health claims. Now you can see the government is continuously, you can see the existing food regulation system in our country, that is FSSAI. They are continuously creating the several initiatives, and from that initiatives you can see one of the things get reflected, that is nothing but the knowledge regarding the human nutrition, food chemistry. It is highly essential. Without that, you cannot proceed further. So this is the conclusion, because again you can see it's a good thing those are pursuing the BTech course or BTech curriculum. It has the combination of near about all the subject up to the management, even marketing, supply chain. So it's good opportunity to each and everyone to learn the subject by keeping your views, the industry perspective point of view, as well as being an academician, what I should learn as a subject like food chemistry. So how it is important from this you can understand, because I have covered the majority of the subject. So we proceed for the next please, Praful. Then another subject I like, because even though during the preservation of the can say my BTech course, at that time I never liked this food microbiology, food biochemistry, or food chemistry. But now you can see how time is get changed. Without this subject, you see, no one can deal with the food profession. So food microbiology, you can see just the external part. So many the views when I heard from so many students before taking admission, even pursuing the education qualification, sir, the food microbiology subject is boring subject, or the structures and everything, the diagrams. But you can see the importance of this particular subject. Now you can see the regulatory body itself entitled from the food safety, And where is the hidden part of the food safety? That is nothing but the food microbiology. Food microbiology is the hidden part of the regulatory system, you can say, because you can see we cannot see the microorganisms with our naked eyes. So it is very important subject for the food safety retention point of view. The classification of the different organisms, we can say, few of them are really useful, because again you can see so many useful microorganisms also useful for the commercial production purpose, and few of the big part of the, you can see, the organisms, they are really the enemy during the preservation. So food spoilage is one of the major problem, because you can see the food spoilage is the major problem of the any food commodity due to its the content of the food product. Then again you can see that whenever you are dealing the subject food micro, again you have to connect with the food chemistry. Unless and until you are not connecting with the food chemistry, how you can come to know that the spoilage is caused due to which chemical reaction happen in between organism and your content of the product. So foodborne illnesses, there are so many waterborne, foodborne illnesses are there, and due to that you can see there is very big impact in the society, and people are facing a lot of problems. And again, last point here highlighted, being an academician, what we should focus, that is nothing but the basics of the food safety. Because as any system, whenever we are adopt, at that time you can say the prerequisite program, PRP, already the few of the presentations we have attended from the management side, and automatically you come to know that this is one of the prerequisite, I can say, in the food technology. So that's why the basic for that. And this is technical part, the organisms life cycle of the organism. If you see, it is get categorized into the different phases: the initial phase, then middle phase, and lag phase. In the organisms, how they are grow, and how they are controlled, and how the distribution of the organisms takes place. Then it is very important part whenever any food business operator, they are lead their businesses. The first foremost thing is that the shelf life of the product, it is measured with the help of only the microbial analytical parameters or microbial measures. And FSSAI, they have already prepared very good draft for each and every food commodity, and their permissible microbial limit for the each and every food commodity. I can say that there are 14 commodities, including proprietary foods. In that case, you see every food product, they have made the very good database about the microbial standards of each and every food commodity. So to measure the shelf life or permitted the organism limit, we can see with the help of the given standards and specification. Storage condition, it is also connected with the same thing, that is shelf life. Preservation, it is one of the basic mottos, safe food. And the last one is, can see the probiotic. As already I told you, the organisms are not always, it is not harmful, but few of the organisms, like the production of the probiotic foods is again one of the opportunity, or several fermented food product. It is another category where you can learn this subject in such a manner that maximum knowledge should be retained while pursuing this subject. So again, all the confusions you should remove from your mind from today onwards, because you don't decide the importance of the subject by your own. You should decide the importance of the subject according to the need of the hour, or need of the industry, need of the regulatory mechanism, need of the every food business operators. Accordingly, that you have to see, or what is the current scenario is going on. Accordingly, that you have to decide whether this subject is important or not important. Prafulla, next. Next slide. Again, you can see that this is again one relevant slide to the food chemistry. I can say the food additives and contaminants. You can see in any of the part, you can see the hazards of the food product are get categorized, and you can see the some of the chemical hazards which are related to this part, and previous part, that is one of the very severe part, that is food microbiology, we have discussed in previous slide. Then you can see the food additives. This is again, I can say this subject is also very important, because I can say the current scenario or current part of the industry or current trend, how it is going on. If you see, the current trend is going on according to the need of the industry. And what is the need of the industry? That is nothing but the food additives. These food additives, I'm not focusing any theoretical part, because most of you knows that what it acts for preservation, for color, flavor, or any dominant quality characteristics of the food product can be retained with the use of the food additives. And no, so that's why the present scenario is the scenario of the food additives or food ingredients. So now we can see the current industry is where industry is going with the help of the use of the food additives or food ingredients. And it has been categorized as intentional and unintentional food additives. The difference is that the title itself indicated that some of them are intentionally added and some are unintentionally added. So unintentionally, you can see these are very harmful part, that is pesticide residues or antibiotics and hormones. These are the very dangerous part, because you can see this particular part is, it is suppose any animal given the dose of the chemical dose to the before milling, then you can see the same thing will get percolate with the output, that is milk will maybe reach in the antibiotic. Or maybe another example, that is if the pesticide residues, even though we are providing the food or feed to the animal, but during that time, what happens, if your feeds or fodder, that is maybe the green feeds or fodder, or maybe some concentrated feeds or fodders, or de-oiled cake we are providing to the animal. But during cultivation part, if you have provided the heavy dose to these plants, at that time what will happen? Same thing will get retained by the plants, and same plants, if we have fed it to the animal, then automatically it will enters in the body of the animal or bloodstream, and from that blood we are getting the milk, and that milk is heavily enriched with the pesticide residues or MRL. So that's why again you can say the backward traceability is highly essential whenever you are using these food additives. Then classification and everything you can see in the theoretical part of your curriculum. I'm not focusing in detail. Use of different product, then you can see that every product now on the basis of the use of the additives. The food additives are working like anything, because in present scenario you can manufacture anything with the help of the use of the additives. So use of the different additives for different product manufacturing, it is the current scenario. So, but again, same thing is that used additives might be written some people's maybe making the cheating, like the adulterants may be added, or some contaminants may be added. So that's why this is again the detection of the adulterants or detection of the contaminants. It is again one of the great challenge in front of us. So this is about being an academician. I will focus, or this is the academic perspective in front of you. And then another part, you can see the how big is the market. I need not to tell you, because you can just Google the things from the business potential of the food additives. Then again, the regulatory compliances is highly essential. Testing as per the FSSAI. Then everywhere you can see whenever you are learning these subjects, at that time you should keep your eyes open toward the regulatory mechanism of our country, because single country, single act is the motto of our country. So that's why you can see the role of the regulatory mechanism toward learning the subject. It is very, very important. So always, why I'm giving the reference of the regulatory mechanism to frequently to you, the reason is that because unless and until if you are not mapping your regulatory mechanism toward your teaching learning process, unless and until you will not get the appropriate knowledge. So because again, it's need of time to alert all the academic peoples, either teachers or students, to map your content toward your regulatory mechanism and toward your industry. So this is very highly essential part of the academician and for all of us. In manufacturing also, we can get the maximum advantages, then export potential, trading. We can see there are a lot of examples we can say we have with us for the getting the knowledge about the food additives and contaminants. The next subject, again, there are a lot of subjects, because I think it's quite difficult to cover me, but quickly we'll go through some of the important part of the content. Then again, human nutrition. You can see again, FSSAI, they have started several initiatives. Everybody might be aware about the several initiatives initiated by our regulatory mechanism. That is nothing but you can say for example, RUCO movement, reuse of the cooking oil, then the less consumption of salt, oil, and sugar. It is one of the part. So you can see the nutritionist or nutrition is knowledge, getting the nutrition and the correlation of the regulatory body of our country. It is how it is closely associated each other. Then you can see this knowledge of the human nutrition. It is again plays a very big role in present scenario. Then you can see that whenever any product we are developed, during that, what is the role of human nutrition? You can see that everybody now can read the content of the product. What are the content? Is there any content or required amount is match or not match, or how much calorie, how much fat, how much fiber or protein? What are the contents, highlighted contents? These are the content which are really needs to function our body. For functioning of each and every activity, we need the calories. Consumption of fat is also highly essential because it acts as a lubricant. Dietary fibers are again the important part to maintain the gut health of the gut health of the each and every individual, because again you can see the fiber rich product. Few days back you can see the naturally we are getting the fibers, but now we can see the intentionally few of the companies, they have started their business strategies, or they have changed their business strategies with some use of the functional ingredients and functional role of that ingredients. They are making the market of that particular concept. Even proteins are also the protein concentrate, use of protein concentrate, use of protein isolate. It is again one of the part of the ingredient. These ingredients are we are adding in the food product to betterment of the human nutrition of the each and every person or living person in the country. So scope and everything, you can see the deficiency diseases, how are the big is the malnutrition. It is need not to tell you, because the protein nourishment like the marasmus, kwashiorkor, so many protein deficiencies are there, and still date we are facing a lot of problems due to the lack of the nutrients. These are nutrients not getting by the some of the part of the society till date. So nutritional claims, then again, whenever you are preparing your food label, at that time you can see the nutritional claim is very important, because regulators, they are very clever, because you can say that, and they're part of the duties, because if you are putting anything false information on your product, then by laws it is not accepted by the any customer, because the as any company's motto is that uh, our aim or policy or objective of company is to provide the safe and nutritious food, or the as per the requirement of the customers. Providing the food is the objective or policy matter of each and every food business operator. So that you can see the nutritional claims and everything you have to see it very carefully. Then public health, it is again big issue, because there are several health issues happen from the industry side also. You can see the so many incidents, like you can see the issue of Maggie is also one of the example with us. If your label declaration is improper, then what are the powers of the regulators that we can see. Then basis for new product development, definitely whenever you are developing any new product, at that time human nutrition plays a very vital role, because the institute like NIN Hyderabad, they have prepared actually very good guidelines whenever you will deal this subject. So kindly go through the website, that is NIN, then you will get the very good resource material for teaching and learning purpose. Then in new product development, it plays a very big role, because every ingredient combination and what kind of the nutrients, how to make what kind of the combinations, or how I can optimize it, that is the skill we require, or knowledge from the human nutrition we can adopt here. Now we can see the since last few months, 3-4 months, the whole world is facing the problem of the COVID-19 pandemic. But during that, you can see the human nutrition again, the how it can be entered to create an opportunity for your future career. Human nutrition can give you an opportunity to develop such kind of the food with the help of the human nutrition that can be boost the immunity of individual. Then you can see this is an opportunity. Every subject knowledge is highly essential while you are dealing your professional career. So immunity boosting food, it is another opportunity. Next, Professor. Now we can see the another segment. Everybody is familiar with this segment also. Each and every person of the country, not a single person is missing this particular commodity while they are preparing their diet for individual purpose, or maybe for commercial purpose, or maybe any commercial food product. Whenever we are preparing, at that time you can see how big is the role. I am not represent some facts and figure about the availability of the raw material throughout the country, and everybody is familiar with, every region is well known for the production of some fruit and vegetable. So this particular region, if you see, the Sangli is well known for the production of the grapes. Even Nashik is another district. Even few of the districts are well known. Jalgaon is famous for the banana production. Then orange production from the Nagpur, and so many commodities are there. So, but where is the scope and opportunity? When being an academician, when I'm studying the subject, at that time you can see how is the casual mind. But friends, keep in mind, whenever you are learning the subject, at that time, collect the statistical database, availability of the fruit and vegetable, or present status of the availability of your raw material. It is very important part, because if you are not focusing this part, then how you will lose? Because if you don't know the statistical availability of raw material, then how you can lead your business? The remaining part will become in trouble, being an academician, or maybe for commercial point of view also, if you are look toward this commodity, availability of the commodity, then need for processing preservation, why it is needed? The already technology is available, and if you are approaching such kind of the product, then how you can get the business? So need of the processing and preservation, then technology involved, and always look for the innovations in this particular aspect, because innovated product through the availability of the technology, innovations in terms of product development, innovations in terms of the modifying your packaging material, anything can be, you can add up to enter in the fruit and vegetable processing sector. Test required for quality, then again you can see the quality is again very big issue actually. The thing is that our motto is that focusing the academics and the industry, so that's why the requirements of the quality are huge in the industry in present scenario. And already you have gone through the several sessions about the quality, so you well known or familiar with the requirement of the quality test for the fruit and vegetable. I can say the whenever we are think about this fruit and vegetable, there is the very crucial part, the fruit or vegetables, they are having the 4 phases: the growth phase, then growth, senescence, then ripening are the major phases of the. So in this all the cases, you can say the fruit and vegetable get developed. Then after development, after knowing the appropriate maturity stage, you have to start the selection of the commodity and perform the different qualitative and quantitative tests required for during your processing part. Then value addition, always you can say that we are talking about the value addition, but what is how the value addition can conduct? The value addition you can perform in any form, either throughout the whole chain. The whole chain you can create some innovations or add some functional ingredient in that and represent the product. Then you can add the value. Otherwise, you can also focus your whatever waste you are generating, because again you can see the post-harvest management and post-harvest losses. Till date, you can say that we are discussing same figures, up to 10% we are having the processing abilities, and remaining what about the 80-90% still we are losing in between or in intermediate phase of our whole chain. So again, it is big opportunity to work on the waste management from the fruit and vegetable and get the value added product. Products related to the standards, then this is again the regulatory part. It is very rigorously focused by each and every food business operator, because you can see but one thing is that in this particular segment, fruit and vegetable processing, whenever you are thinking how the academic part, you have to focus toward the industry, because this particular segment, you can see everybody knows that how big is the export potential from this particular commodity we are getting in our currency. So you can say the fruit and vegetable, whenever we are cultivate, at that time, adoption of the good agricultural practices or global gap is highly essential while you are cultivating the things. Because again, you can say if you are targeting the local market, fine, it doesn't have the major issue. But if you have targeted the export market, at that time you can say, for example, these European countries, they are very stringent about the quality, because you can say somehow you have manipulated here, but once your consignment is unloaded in the foreign, you can say if they found the MRL level high or any pesticide residue traces over there, immediately they will not send back the consignment. They will dispose of that consignment at that location itself. So you can say the good agricultural practices adoption in the fruit and vegetable, fresh fruit and vegetable, as well as in case of the processed fruit and vegetable, it is the need of the time. So that's why just see the knowledge of the global gap or good agricultural practices is also one of the part of your academics. So whenever you are pursuing this subject, what is the global gap and how it is adopted, for which commodity it is mandatory, or how it is how audit is conducted, each and everything you see very thoroughly, because without that it cannot become now in current scenario the industry need the complete person for working purpose. So if you don't have the knowledge of the global gap or these good agricultural practices, then you may lose your opportunity. So though it is one of the biggest segment of our country, but if you don't have the ample knowledge or the sufficient knowledge, then you will lose the opportunity. So this thing also you have to keep in mind. Next. Next segment I have taken. This is again the particular, I can say the subject or maybe segment or maybe commodity. It is comes under the Essential Commodity Act. So during the pursuation of our education qualification, the academic, you can say we are focusing just on the platform activities or maybe some qualitative and quantitative tests, but the availability of the infrastructure in any institute, it should be upgraded, because now you can see the industries why my major focus toward the analytical part, because you can say this whatever statement, it is not generated by me, because according to the need of the laws and regulation in present scenario, how big manner is there that you might be realized those are in the professional field, they are very familiar with the need of the analytical requirement to this particular segment. And why is it so? Because the act itself, they have made some compulsions. Your premises must have the laboratory within your premises. So the BTech graduate or maybe any science graduate relevant to this particular field, if he or she doesn't have the sufficient knowledge of the analytical part of the commodity, then how you will get the knowledge? Because the thing is that the FSSAI made the mandatory because it is one of the hugely consumed commodity throughout the country, and government has also got some reports. The Rajya Sabha TV's one report is shown that one survey was conducted, and from that FSSAI got a result. The samples were mostly adulterated. The milk samples were adulterated. So that's why immediately they have taken action in the form of the enforcement of the laboratory, or making compulsion of the laboratory for each and every dairy business, food business operator. So in dairy business now it is mandatory. So being an academician, I should focus on the proximate part, qualitative and quantitative analysis of the milk. Then see at receiving dock itself, whatever activities are conducted, you observe very carefully, because the normal mindset, whenever we are going for any visit, or maybe if you are working, done the training in the industry, at that time you can see how casually we are casual are our observations, because earlier maybe the part of this kind of thing mentality was with me also, but once I have got an idea, the things are very essential, because though the receiving dock platform activity performed by the one experienced person, he is taking the sample, but how he is taking sample, which kind of the mechanical device he is using, then how he is getting the composite sample, what kind of again the device is involved in that. Each and everything you have to see very closely, because the when cans comes toward the your location at that time, it's part of your duty. Quality control representative, he is taking the sample from the can. First of all, he will mix the sample with the help of plunger, then put the dipper, then he will take the sample. Means in this technical sense, if you are performing it, or you are doing this activity, or you are using these technological terms in your routine practice of your professional career, then definitely it will going to change. Then again, you can see the performance of the qualitative and quantitative. Now the thing is very big, because you see this part is now in industry, the industries like NDDB supported projects, they are having very state of art facilities. Now they can able to detect the either it is cow milk, buffalo milk is adulterated with cow milk or not, with the help of the machinery like Milkoscam. The 1 crores worth of equipment is available in the dairy industries in present scenario. Now we can see how the sophisticated or state of art laboratory or analytical infrastructure is available in present scenario. Now you can see the adulteration detection, any kind of the adulteration detection is now we can detect at very minute level in present scenario with the of available infrastructure in the processing area. Then again, same thing, few of the things are again, you can see the same thing is also here in dairy, dairy or in milk processing part, the dairy chemistry, dairy biochemistry, you can see the very important part, because unless and until if you don't know the basic part of the commodity, then how you can proceed further. Dairy microbiology, same thing, the general microbiology, as we have discussed few of the things, same thing is applicable, because everybody is knows how sensitive is the commodity for or susceptible for the spoilage, how rapidly spoilage takes place in this commodity, and reason everybody knows, the water content and the content of the milk itself. It is very good food for the organisms, so that's why it is very susceptible commodity for the spoilage. So that's why that also we have to see to it that, and how we are controlling it through the getting the knowledge in theoretical sense, through the getting the knowledge from the dairy engineering, in that the pasteurization is one of the, you can say the big operation or very important operation, sterilization, when spray dried product, that also academics point of view, each and every liquid or semi-liquid or powdered commodities, technical knowledge you should retain while pursuing subject. Dairy products that can be again the broadly categorized, that is nothing but the some of the liquid, semi-liquid product and standardized product, traditional product. The list you can see the everyone is familiar with this commodity, so need not to go in detail about the classification. So this is the one part, being an academician, what I should do in the in-house laboratory, or whenever we are visiting to the any industry or your academic purpose, whatever available infrastructure. That is in terms of theoretical as well as practical. Then as I'm look forward for the industry perspective, you can see the one of the motto, that is the mandate of the laboratory for this commodity is hallucination. As this particular business is run by the cooperative, this might be the one challenge. The things is that as this particular commodity is included as a essential commodity, so again it has the prime importance. Then its perishable nature, already I have explained it about its perishability, what are the basic reasons, what are the causes, everything. Then another one part, you can see the dairy byproduct is when very big challenge, because again, you see, we are talking about the core product, but what about the whatever waste is generated during the product manufacturing? Again, you can see that if you don't have the appropriate effluent treatment plant, then regulators are ready to catch you, because the CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board, and Maharashtra Pollution Control Board, MPCB, they are having the rights, because if you are not adopting the specifications about your whatever waste you have generated, then they will charge you. So this is again one of the part, the dairy byproduct utilization or dispose of in a very proper manner with the help of the effective implementation of the effluent treatment activities. Then again, the implementation of the environmental management system, then Environmental Protection Act, that is also very essential. Then adaptation of the safety practices, in that the major is that the use of the mask, then use of the gloves, or good practices you should adopt while handling the waste products. Then again, few other things being I would like to convey to you. Being a milk processing industry, you can see this again, how is the big is the segment, because you can say as this is one of the valuable ingredient, or one of the important carrier for the several product development. So that's why the milk powder as an ingredient for many industries, the many examples with us, so many ingredient manufacturing industries like the Danisco, or maybe so many industries nowadays entering in the part of the manufacturing of the ingredients. Then as a subject, when you are pursuing this dairy sector or milk processing subject, at that time, be careful about the enhancement of your technical skill set, because though you are qualified with your BTech or BSc degree, then how you will enhance your technical skill set, that is very important. For this, those who are professionals, already professionals, they knows that the importance of the fast-track training, or the attending the several trainings from made mandate by the FSSAI. Then again, I want to highlight you one example, that is how this dairy sector or milk processing industry can create an opportunity, or how our government or regulators, they are making some opportunities toward the milk profession. That is nothing but the Ministry of Ayush. The example is Golden Milk. 1/2 spoon of the turmeric powder you can add in the milk and consume it. Then this milk will act as a very good carrier for whatever nutraceutical, that is nothing but your turmeric powder you have added in the milk, and it will act as a nutraceutical due to the presence of the coloring pigment, that is nothing but the curcumin. So the functional properties of this particular ingredient, everybody knows. So the intention is that you can see now how we have switched over from the academic perspective to the industry perspective. But any of the slide, till the part of the discussions, you can see without regulatory, you cannot pursue your academic part also, because you have to make the proper blend of your academics and proper knowledge from the industry perspective. It is highly essential part in the current scenario. So can we proceed for the next? So similarly, again, the segment that is maybe everyone is again similarly knows that we are again in this particular segment, we are having the very good position in terms of productivity. The wheat is there, barley, oat, then rice there, sorghum is there. So many staple food commodities, you can say we are having the self-sufficiency in terms of productivity. And at the same time, you can see we have the so many opportunities on the basis of this, all the represented cereal grains. The first of we see the one of the cereal grain, we see the wheat. No one can imagine, you can see the few years back, maybe 20-25 years back, no one can thought about the commodity will explore in such a way that now the example is that the Ashirwad Atta, you can see how big is the brand now. The initial phase of the, you can say, and how the big players, they are having the very good strategic plan. You can see the ITC, they have initially entered through the statistical availability of the business, you can see. And I can say it is one of the good brand which is dealing this commodity, because you can see the thing is that they are procuring this raw material from the single chain. You can see how big is the chain, that we can see with the help of the example of the e-Chaupan. They are procuring their wheat in the Madhya Pradesh from the same channel, because there you can say, here we can say these kind of the companies, they are actually adopting the good practices in terms of selection of raw material, or we can say they are adopting the quality assurance, because they are procuring or even they have control over the contract, through contract farming, they are also procuring their raw material. So you can say right from the cultivation itself, now you can say the backward traceability, what kind of the variety they have selected for the cultivation, what kind of the inputs they have provided during its cultivation, for each and everything they have the better control to trace out the things, and they can assure their customer. Supply chain is strong. From each opal, straight away they are collecting the wheat and sending to the mills which are situated in the Maharashtra. So you can see how strong is the network. And initially you can see due to their strategic planning is good. So that's why they have initially started their manufacturing with the help of the third-party operations. So this was the strategy in this particular segment, the cereal processing. Then how the big, you can see, now you can see the Ashirwad Atta, the business, one of the largest segment. You can say the Ashirwad Atta occupies one of the largest share of the segment in current scenario. The Shakti Bhog and all these, the remaining players, even HALs, General Mills, they have across to all the competitors, due to the strong strategic planning and availability or adaptation of the resources. So you can see the state-of-art facility of analytical facilities, because they are having the very good R&D center at Bangalore, and the good state-of-art. You can see they have mentioned Chakki fresh atta, means in reality they have the Chakki in their plants. They are grinding their initial part with the help of Chakkis, then later on it will goes to the another break rolls and reduction rolls. Similarly, you can see the other cereal grains are also there. The barley is one of the, you can see how the brewery industry is flourished throughout the country due to the availability of this raw material. Then oats, these are the very minute, though the minute cereal grains, but the nutritional part is very big one. So the rice, about rice again, you can see the paddy is one of the in most of the, you can see the cereal grains, we are having the position first or second, and due to that you can see we can get the enough quantity of raw material for producing some the value added products, like the products like noodles. You can add these oats in the different composition of the flours and make the products like noodles, then pasta, even some baked product also you can manufacture. Then rye and combination of the rice, then different size shape of the pastas and different fast foods also. The one of the opportunity we have with us. And again, you can see the sorghum. Sorghum is again, you can see, or most of these cereal grains nowadays, due to awareness in the customer themselves, now people are preferring the less fat containing product or puff product. Puff grains nowadays very popularly consumed by the most of the customer of the country. So that's why again you can see there is another opportunity while you are learning this subject, cereal and bakery technology. At that time, you can the parallelly you can look toward what are the commercial or professional scope toward this subject. That is the intention. Next. The another subject domain of our content is food process engineering. Now we can see how big is this the setup is required to each and every industry. Now we can take an example of any industry, even beverage manufacturing or maybe cereal processing, most or maybe bakery, confectionery, or any industries example you can take. Even jaggery powder manufacturing, crystallizer is highly essential for making it. Even drying, in case of the drying, you can say with the basic mechanism, you can lead your organization. So any part of the production, you can see the mechanical devices are highly essential. Right from some post-harvest activity to convert the product into the value-added product, it is required the very huge setup. So you can say you can continue with the same example, that is wheat flour example. If you take how much big engineering is involved in that, the appropriate dried material we require, appropriate moisture content of the desired moisture content is required for the cereal grains. Then we need the several intermediate operations, like you can see having the different nature, and every impurity required the very specific instrument to sort out the impurities from your raw material. So again, the food engineering or food process engineering plays very big role in the part of the processing. So the converting right from the drying of the same example, if you see the conversion of the whole endosperm into the powder, simply we can explain this wheat grain endosperm can convert into the powder, but you can say behind this, how big engineering is involved. Lighter material separation, then big debris, we can say separate with the help of cocal cylinder. Then some on the basis of gravity, we are separating the muds and stones on the basis of the nature of the impurities or hazards, like the metal parts. Metal detector is required. We can see each and every aspect of the processing, the use of the engineering knowledge or use of the technical sense is highly essential part of every food business operator in current scenario. The one picture here shown, that is the filter press, horizontal filter press. You can see in beverage syrup manufacturing is one of the essential steps, and the filter press is play and very important role. Even plate heat exchanger, the another application of engineering part, for pasteurization, we can use it. Different kind of the dryers, different kind of the grinders, the crystallizer. You can see the jaggery powder now in current scenario, with the help of crystallization, we can manufacture the value-added products like jaggery powder. Professor, next. Now we can see another the segment is that the sugar confectionery. The sugar confectionery, no need to tell about how big is the cultivation of the sugar cane. How we are converting slowly, you can see first of all, sugar cane is our main target. The jaggery and jaggery cubes, then jaggery powder, are the value-added product. Again, the sugar, different kind of the sugar. Khand sakri is again, you can see the value-added product, you can differentiate from it. The brown sugar, and again, the depends upon the application of the your commodity. In which product you are going to use this application of sugar, you can see it depends. Again, you can see this subject is added in our curriculum, or not only, you can say, if you are not looking toward right from its basic toward the subject, then there is no use as such. You can see now, whenever I have prepared this slide, what are the perceptions are comes in my mind, that is nothing but from where I am getting the sugar, from sugarcane. Then which sugar variety I have to cultivate to get the appropriate yield in terms of qualitative and quantitative retentions. That also one of the objective, because how huge use of this particular commodity, you can say. So that's why ICAR, they have established the several sugarcane research centers, some regional sugarcane research centers, and some centrally. One is in Uttar Pradesh, there is one very big research center is there, because major cultivar is Uttar Pradesh, and our state is one of the leading producers. So that's why you can see in how big way we are producing the basic raw ingredient for sugar and confectionery technology. So openly, if you see what kind of the automations or what kind of the innovations I can create in this particular field, that is very essential. And again, always you have to conduct the backward traceability, right from the farm or right from the field. What I'm getting, that you have to keep in mind. Then and then you can represent yourself at any front of the industry. So I started from the sugarcane, and sugarcane based products, you can see the variety of the product. Then another thing is that, again, this same raw material, you can say that we are using in a confectionery product. Same these sugars, we are adding with the cocoa powder and manufacturing the several products. Again, what I have done, that you can see the cocoa fruits, then cocoa beans dried on the open air drying system, then open dried these cocoa beans are converted into the cocoa powder. So this is the thing, you should always conduct the backward traceability for getting the appropriate knowledge as a theoretical domain, or always you have to keep right your theory should convert into the practical aspect, and your field knowledge should be start as a beginning part, and you should reach up to the industry. Then again, when you deal this subject, which are the major or mega pillars in this particular field, that also you have to see parallelly. Then statistical availability, which are the competitors, which are the national, international, multinational companies, or outside companies or Indian multinationals. Those are doing the business in this particular segment. Everything you have to collect, the collection of the data is very highly essential while pursuing the subject. Then another product highlighted here, hard-boiled candies. You can see since our childhood, how many variety of the hard-boiled confections we are consuming in a very extensive manner. Then another part, that is the sugar-free, is now you can see the xylitol, sorbitol, menthol. Then and stevia, like the low-calorie sweeteners, are the another opportunity in this particular segment. So about sugar and confectionery, there is very vast scope of this particular subject whenever you are pursuing the subject. But later on, you can see when after attending this particular presentation, everybody should try to habituate to collect the information like this. Then and then it will the worthful. Next, Praful. Another is the plant layout and design. Then see it is very close aspect of the each and every food professional. And though the thing comes in our mind, the plant layout and design, not only on the drawing sheet, you keep that your knowledge, that you can convert into the plant, design your own plant or design your own equipment also. So now you can see that's why you can see the in dairy segments example, if you see the NDDB, they are having their own 6-7 plants. They are designing their own equipments and they are commercially selling that. As you can see, the knowledge of the designing the equipment and enter in this particular segment, it is also one of the opportunities. So how your angle of your intention toward learning this particular subject, that is food plant layout and design. Now you can see that everybody knows that the how should be the ideal food processing plant and what are the mandatory requirements as per the regulations, food regulations. Because again, you can see though the government, they have not provided the provided the guidelines, but you can see some non-mandatory systems like food management, food quality management systems like HACCP, they have given the guidelines, how should be the ideal. Then you can see if you don't create an ideal infrastructure, then how many problems you will face, because auditor will comes to your plant that maybe belongs to the government or mandatory or non-mandatory standards, or maybe the regulators or voluntary or non-voluntary regulators. Whenever visit to your premises, that is the first impression. If the food premise is having the ideal infrastructure with all the necessary requirement like the plant location, then feasibility with the regulatory needs, then fire safety, hygiene, sanitation, plant design, layout, everything should be very proper manner. Then you can see no one can give a penalty. The very prime impression of your location and the proper location you have to select while design your own premise. So designing and development, because in future, all the future problems you can reduce down or eliminate from your system. That is the need of this. And again, those are really doesn't have the real interest in research and development. They don't go for the forcefully in that particular field. So you can enter in such kind of the specialized parts. How should be the ideal plant design and requirement as per our voluntary or non-voluntary quality management systems, or voluntary and non-voluntary regulatory systems. So this is maybe one of the area. Next, another subject, if you see, then again, if you see still part of discussion is any segment. You can see our country can do anything, because we are having the variety of climatic condition and variety of the available of the raw materials. Now you can see if you look toward this particular segment, again our country is having the very better position in terms of the productivity. The meat, poultry, fish and egg, these 4 segments, if you take in consideration at that time, you can see how many the livestock is available, variety of availability of the livestock, then marine species. Marine species is again very big sector, because maybe more than 2,500 species, marine species are available, because maybe this data may be updated or not, but you can visit to the Fishery Research Institute, which is situated in Kochi, or maybe any available report, you will get the proper information. From agricultural website, you will get the livestock. Then poultry, again, you can several government agencies, they are retaining the data at poultry's availability. You can see how much, and egg also we are exporting to so many countries, and you can see then again how big is the potential in this particular subject. But during learning the subject, you can see that this subject is again very vast, I can say. In most of the curriculums, I have gone through it. The meat, fish, poultry, we have mixed together. But this is again one of the challenge for the mentor. He is handling this subject. At that time, what happens? The content is too much heavy because meat animals, you can say, if you are taking in consideration, this is one of the segment. But what happens? Meat, fish, poultry, and egg, if we are mixed together, then it is very difficult to handle it because livestock, different type of the live animals, that we are using for the slaughtering purpose, and where we are conducting this operation in the abattoir itself. You can say right from the open yard, we are converting this live animal with the help of scientific method like halal method. We are adopting to convert the live animal in unconscious phase to the carcass. So this is the normal procedure, but you can say that there are again in throughout country, if you see, the big part is there because this commodity also we are retaining the very good currency from the exports. So good example for understanding purpose, that is Devnar is there, and Alana is the another example. You can see that if you go to the websites of these companies, you can see how big setup they have at Hyderabad, Aurangabad, and in Mumbai. Devnar is one of the Asia's largest abattoir, you can say. Then normally we should differentiate it. What is the slaughterhouse and what is the abattoir? The animal where convert live animal into the carcass in a scientific way and utilization of all the waste in the premises itself, they are known as the abattoir. But the premises where the just animal is slaughtered and cut into the carcass and sold in a retail form, they are the open yard slaughters. But professionally, if you see, this is again very big industry because we have to understand the animal, because you can see the quality assurance is very big part in this particular field because veterinary doctor will need the help of the veterinary doctors to know the health status of the animal. Then afterward, we are deciding either animal is to be taken for the slaughter or not. Is the animal is suspected in nature, or that we have to condemn, and then afterward we have to give some treatment, and if it is not eligible, then you can reject it. But before that, the animals feeding practices, that also matters. What kind of the foods you are giving, how you are transport it, that is also very important, because for domestic purpose it doesn't matter, but whenever you are exporting, already I told you, if you are approaching for the different certifications like export certifications, halal certification, and according to that you have to conduct the again backward traceability. What kind of the feeds and foods you are giving to the animal, that is also matters. If same thing is eating, it will percolate in the muscular tissues, and same muscles if you are sending as a foreign consignment, at that time carefully to check with your maximum residue level of the slaughtered carcass. Either it is wholesale cuts or retail cuts. This particular the diagram is indicated the several physiological parts of the animal, which indicates actually the different parts, and the basis of its physical nature, it is get categorized as they are knowing with their cuts. Another is the fish. It is also very big. Poultry processing, egg, and every segment is need the quality assurance whenever you are dealing the export consignment for this commodity. So normally in case of the eggs, we are having the grading standards, and color measurement is one of the dominant quality characteristic for this particular segment. And this is about the major role of the hygiene and sanitization. Then government standards we have to follow. Then Export Authority of India is there to look forward for the taking care about its management of the government standards. Prafula, next. Then again, the basic subject, as already I told you about the nobody likes these basic subjects. They are boring with the part of these subjects, but you can see how they are very important whenever you are dealing your professional career. The same thing is that with the help of, you see, the food biochemistry. It is again the subject which is we are studying in the third year, might be some maybe change, but the most of the organization's curriculum or syllabus, if you see, the biochemistry we are learning in the third year. So use of this biochemistry for this particular segment, you can see the browning is one of the issue of the fruits. When you are exposed to the atmosphere, immediately you can see the browning takes place. The enzymes react with the oxygen and the discoloration is observed. Biochemistry of meat, fish, poultry, just we have gone through the segment. You can see the unless and until if you don't know the intramuscular structure of the meat protein or meat muscles, then there is no use of it. Because if you don't know the proper the internal structure, then how you can comply the things related to retention of the shelf life, or maybe in product development, or maybe the knowledge of the food biochemistry in terms of new product development. So food biochemistry of each and every segment or this particular segment, these are the few examples I have got here. Similarly, in case of the use of the food biochemistry, in case of the milk and milk industry, you can see the same thing. The formation of or conversion of the lactose to the lactic acid is the one of the major biochemical change takes place if you are not stored or handle your commodity in a proper manner. So that's why the biochemistry of any of the segment, it is very important, and very judiciously it is to be adopt at your own locations. Next, please. Again, another segment, the food, use of food biotechnology. Then again, as earlier I told you, as per your area of interest, you must proceed further. Because why I have taken all the subjects, the year-wise, initially some basic subjects, a need of some basic subject, then specialized subject, because these some of the specialized commodity or some specialized area of specializations, they are actually creating an opportunity for your future prospects. This is the one of the avenue for your future purpose, because you are getting the opportunity in any of the segment as per your likeness and dislikeness. Then again, similarly, this is recently you can see how many big changes are takes place with the help of the genetically engineered or genetically modified foods or use of the biotechnology in the food processing. The few years back, this can say the BT and FT means the biotechnology and food technology. If it will goes hand in hand, then you can see how big will be the change will observed in the industry. So several examples, value-added products from the waste, it is again an application of the biotechnology, it is the change. But the single cell proteins, another in baby food manufacturing, the use of the knowledge of the biotechnology, it will create an opportunity. But at the same time, again, you can see the safety concern. Safety concern is very important aspect while you are consuming or while you are developing or using the knowledge of your biotechnology. Then another, again, one more subject that is very popular in terms of, next please, in terms of the products, still we have gone through all the segments which are relevant to the manufacturing. But you can see this is another one more subject. See, the thing is that still whatever subjects we have deal, maybe this subject might be up to the third year. Again, we have reached up to the third year, being an academic part. If we see toward this particular subject, at that time you can see the food packaging. There is very big role of the some organization. Intentionally, I have a quote here. Indian Institute of Packaging, 4 IITs in the country. One is in Mumbai, then Delhi, Kolkata, and Chennai. 4 IIPs, they are actually giving the knowledge related to the packaging. And again, CFTRI is again one of the very important organization, I can say, because I have visited to the CFTRI's packaging department. The very state-of-art facilities available, and so many industry-sponsored projects and so many great work is done in reality in these great premium institutions of our country. Then in reality, I have saw the several practical aspects in IIPs and CFTRI. IIP Delhi is also having a very big infrastructure. Crores of instrumentation is available with them. Then types of packaging, I'm not going in detail. Everybody knows the how packaging innovations. Several industries, we can see the what their competitor is doing. They are looking toward that. How the packaging can create an opportunity to increase the business. That is the strategic plan of the each and every organization. The example is Kinder Joy of the good example with us. You can see the how innovative packaging material providing the toy with the product. It is the innovation possible due to the packaging. So need not to discuss more. Huddle technology make the combination of the several technologies like prevention of whenever we are adopting this hurdle technology in the packaging, at that time the first most important objective is to prevent the microorganisms, and at the same time the packaging material should act as a barrier for water vapors, then oxygen and flavor retention is the another objective of the adoption of the huddle technology in the packaging. Then in reality, some of the taste or some of the promising features of the packaging material, it is very essential while you are handling this aspect, or if you are dealing with the RMPM, that is raw material and packaging material. At that time you can see the better knows before and after also we need to perform some activities like migration test. It is performed later on, and how is the fresh or virgin is the packaging material, that is also very important, because this aspect is very big and very important aspect of the food product, or your either your packaging material is able to dispose of, or is it having any problem of environmental problem. That also you have to see carefully, because the packaging material used, now you can see the several packaging materials banned by the, or maybe the micron size reduction, it is one of the mandate made by the some regulators in the country, or some environmental pollutions may get created. So that's why the biodegradability is one of the very important function of your packaging material. So virginity is also very important, because how many times or recycle that same thing if you are using, then naturally you can see the black colored that packaging polythenes, you can see these are not virgin in nature. So that's why you can see their color, the chances of migration from such kind of the poorly used material might be create so many problems. Because again, you can say the migration from product, or migration from product to packaging material, and packaging material to product, that is very important. Carefully nowadays the pre-industry looking for the safety concern. So that's why the migration test is one of the mandatory tests for each and every FBO or food product. Then there are some smart features, or you can say some innovations or novel techniques are also available in the industry. for example, time temperature indicator or color indicator. Then scavenging, in scavenging, oxygen scavenging, then CO2, then ethylene scavenger, or maybe odor retention. There are so many functions of this active packaging. Is the new era in this self-heating and edible packaging or biodegradable packaging is the another era where we have to look very carefully. Again, you can see though I have taken the packaging as a subject, but by laws you can say the Food Safety Standards Authority of India, they have the separate regulation among the 17. In our existing regulatory system, we are having the 17 different regulations. Among the 17, food safety and standards packaging and labeling regulation is separate. So now we can say no need not to go in detail about why it is important, what its importance, and how it is important. Need not to tell. You can go through the this food packaging and labeling regulation 2011. Then you automatically you can come to know that how is the potential of this subject and why it is important. Then there is one side, the FSSAI is one side, and Central and State Pollution Control Board is one side. So while your selection of your packaging material and use of the packaging material, there are a lot of the cares you have to take, or a lot of control you have to keep while the using. So this is about packaging in current scenario and some novel techniques. Next, please. Legume and oil seed, you can see again you can say the staple food product. The several legumes, we are well known for the production of the variety of legume and oil seed technology. As a subject, you can say how it can create an entrepreneurship, or maybe it may create a job opportunity in this segment. We are again very well known, the Vidarbha and Marathwada is known for the legume production. That legumes can be converted into the several value-added products, like the dal is one of the popular product. Then flour is one of the popular product. You can say with the help of the state-of-art available facilities. Yeah, I will try. The legume and oilseed technology can see one of the segment where you can make the career. So dal meal is another segment. The value-added products you can manufacture. And same thing, the another segment, that is oil seed. In oil seed, you can see this is again one of the big segment. And as already I told you, the correlation of the subject or your industry specialized product, or maybe your subject, how it is mapped toward the regulatory and mapped toward the industry. This is our intention of the discussion. Then for the discussion, again, you can see the legumes we have categorized in some value-added products like dal and flour. In another part, if we have categorized the oil seeds, then you can see the blending of oil. How many brands are available now? You can see the blending is the concept which is adopted in the industry. Due to the health concern of each and every human being, and due to one of the initiative of the FSSAI of targeted commodity, you can say FSSAI again, the oil is the commodity which is targeted for the fortification initiative they have adopted for this commodity. Oil is one of the commodity. Previously milk was there. Another is the oil is the commodity. FSSAI they have targeted, and due to the awareness among the consumers, the blending concept was emerged in the market. Now you can see that if you have read the label carefully, the 70-30, 30-70, what is that proportion of the blending? Why the blending we are making? Because everybody knows the heart diseases or health concern of the human being. That is the big issue for the country. So cardiac diseases is one of the big challenge for us. So that's why the blending, making the appropriate blend and monounsaturated fatty acids and free fatty acid, that monounsaturated MUFA and FUFA is another the advantage of the blending. So the making the appropriate blend and retain the maximum health advantages while manufacturing the product from this particular commodity. So this is one importance of blending, and due to the initiative of the FSSAI, this is the targeted commodity for the blending purpose, or fortification purpose. It was targeted due to its extensive use, or very hugely it is used by each and every homemaker and industry. So similarly in automation, in terms of automation, if we look toward this commodity, the solvent extraction method, it is very renowned method, it is available. Another method, that is the mechanical press or screw press, mechanical expellers are the another mechanical device. It will extract the oil from the oil seed. And another recently you can see in and around in every big cities also, now again the mindset of the consumers, due to the awareness of the awareness among the consumers, again people are turned toward the traditional methods like wooden ghanas tel they are preferred. Wooden ghanas tel they are preferred. The reason is again that it is nutritious other than the all the sources. So that's why this is again one of the opportunity. Whenever you are dealing this legume and oil seed as a subject, at that time you can create your own business in this particular segment with the help of the whatever available or required requirements for this food business. Prafula, next. Snack industry, again you can see this is again one of the biggest segment, I can say, and availability of the variety of product, it is possible due to the very one renowned technology, that is nothing but the extrusion technology. So this might be the subject is elective, or in most of the curriculums this subject is added intentionally, and this is one of the big segment where people are getting the opportunity to work with the variety of the snack variety of snacks. We can say the collets and pellets, as it is shown in the picture. You can see the different size and shapes we can manufacture at very high speed and at very high quantity. We are getting the product from the single device in a very efficient manner. So this is one of the snack technology. Then again, whatever earlier cereal grains we have studied in the third year itself, now we have entered in the final year. Some of the subjects like elective, or maybe the subject specialization like the snack food technology, whenever we are dealing at that time, you can say that you are having the opportunity to enter in this business, a business, or in this profession. You can, if you studied the snack food technology, then extrusion is one of the small part. And not only the extrusion, but apart from extrusion, there are so many puffing mechanisms, or maybe puff grains, or maybe the semi-processed powders, or maybe some dried whole form of the grains that also can convert into the several value-added products. So snack food technology as a subject, if you see, the snack industry is open for anyone who is dealing the subject. Next, please. Next is, again, you can see the beverage industry. beverage industry, about beverage, you can see the how many brands are available: alcoholic, non-alcoholic beverages, fruit-based beverages. This is again very big segment, and again one more good thing is that our country is one of the leading producers, because most of the Indian multinationals, they have our foreign multinationals, they have also invested a lot in this particular segment. Either it is the case of the carbonated beverage, or either it is might be the case of the fruit-based beverages, nectars, RTS, or maybe the whole fruit juice. This is the thing about the beverage technology. And these subjects, most of the organizations teaching fields, this particular subject is in the end. I think it is either elective or in the final year, or most of it is after third year. Now again we can see how it can become the beverage technology. If you see the academic and industry perspective or angle toward this particular segment to create an opportunity for yourself. The very beginning part of any organization, that is RMPM, raw material and packaging material analysis, primary, secondary, or maybe any part of that we are analyzing it. Water treatment, it is one of the big process of any beverage industry. Multi-barrier system must be adopted by the organization. Multi-barrier is nothing but the use of the several mechanical, you can say the devices and some of the barrier systems. For example, suppose we are getting the water from the MIDC or from the well. Afterward, you can say there is a online quality checks, online chlorine dosing we are doing. Then that same water we are collecting in the treatment tanks and giving the chemical treatment. This is one step. Then afterward, completion of the chemical treatment, we are now sending that water to the sand filter. Then there are the various types of the carbon towers, 2 or 3 carbon towers, carbon filter. Then afterward, the micron filters, 10, 5, 1 micron filter, and even ozone is also, UV treatment is also one of the intermediate steps. This all the multiple kind of the barriers we have created to reduce down the whatever impurities or off odors contains the water, or make the water purify with the help of this multiple kind of the barrier systems. Then whenever we are learning about the beverage technology or beverage as an industry, then syrup making is very essential part of any of the beverage, that is carbonated beverage, or maybe some fruit based nectars or the RTS we are preparing. Then same thing, the QC checks is highly essential. Whatever water you have treated, it should be subjected for its physical and chemical test, which is highly essential. Then syrup, in syrup also same, it is one of the best raw material for the beverage industry. Similarly, it should be go for its color, then turbidity, so many impurities checking purpose. And same thing we are taking in the paramix. Paramix is nothing but the mechanical device where proportionately we are mixing water, syrup, and CO2 together. Then ready syrup is added in water, CO2 in a paramix, and proportionate mixing with the help of setting, we are managing it. And finally, we are getting the final product, and it is to be gone through all the online quality checks. Then quality checks for the online product, then quality checks of the retention samples you have kept in your shell, even market sample also we have to analyze, because whatever your indexing of the product, that is indexing is nothing but the beverage quality index, is how where is the failure of your product, that you can come to know that from the pick up the market samples and conduct the beverage quality index and the beverage package quality index. From that you can calculate the quality index of your produce. Then at the same time, whenever you are pursuing this subject as a specialized subject, then you can see the trainings, different kind of the trainings are very essential. The maybe internal or external trainings from the different experts or experienced persons. Then FSMS and regulatory compliances with the help of the proper record keeping and reports, and conduct the several internal or external audits or cross-departmental audits for the betterment and for the improvement. You don't stick up with the only the physico-chemical analysis, but it is very big job actually. Delivering your persuasion of the subject or getting the knowledge. At that time, in this industry, what kind of the training we need, or what kind of the skill set we need, what regulatory compliances of the beverage I have to comply, what kind of the records reports required, how is the audit is conducted. Everything you have to pursue very sincerely, then and then it will possible to enter in this particular segment. Another thing is that the finished product storage, this is also very good part, because still time you have managed each and everything very crucially, but now the first in first out follow in the practices, it is very good practice. And effective pest control management system, this is very important, because if you don't have the effective pest control activities over the location, then it will create a very big issue, because the rodent box, use of fly catchers, use of some pesticides, and managing the proper stack height in the product, and managing the FIFO and effective control over the pest, and the promising pest control activities, promising pest control agencies you have to adopt at your own location. This is one of the requirement in the manufacturing side. Food safety measures, that is only the safety of the human and safety of only the safety of the product. It is not the motto of any organization. You can see the safety concerns. Whenever we are talking about the safety, the human safety is one of the element or one of the objective of any of the organization. That is nothing but in the form of OSHA's 18001, the occupational health safety standards we have to adopt for the human purpose, because every human being's protection is one of the major objective of any of the organization. Environmental Protection Act 1986 guidelines you have to follow for the safety concern point of view. Adoption, then use of the personal protective equipment, like use of gloves, use of earplugs, use of cap, use of apron, safety shoes. So many things we can include in this. Material safety data sheet, if any hazardous chemical, if you are handling at that time, or powdered chemical if you are handling at the time, there may be the chances of respiratory diseases. So that's why during handling, use of gloves, any liquid chemical, you have to handle very carefully. If you are powdered chemical you are handling, the use of the mask, that is very highly essential by that the person or who is the co-worker of that company. Then again, you can see that we have started from the RMPM and we have reached up to the effluent treatment plant. Then it is one of the most neglected. I cannot say it is neglected, but we can say the being and beverage technology subject and being and food technologies, the several peoples might be thinking this effluent treatment is relevant to us or not. But no, it is very relevant to the quality control personnel, because we must know what kind of the waste we are generate, and it's equal responsibility of the quality control also to dispose of this waste in a proper manner, or what, and that waste might be in liquid in nature, semi-liquid, solid, semi-solid, or maybe the hazardous waste. That depends. You have to categorize in a proper manner or segregate in a proper manner, pre-treat the water, and if it is the usable, then use for the plantation purpose or gardening purpose, and fulfill all the requirements or CPCBs and MPCBs compliances. The Pollution Control Board will keep continuous watch, and effective adaptation of environmental management system ISO 14000 is again the one of the mandate of any of the industry. So moreover, you can see we have started from the raw material, packaging material, and we have reached up to the effluent treatment plant. Means how big is the job you have to convey while learning any of the subject. So similar kind of the modules you can take in your teaching learning process, and you can add up the things while pursuing or while studying the subject in your academics. So next, please. So this is again the beverage technology is one of the part. Then afterward, the quality and safety. I will not talk much more about it because everybody knows. But thing is that everybody should keep in your mind while studying the subject, because the beginning part I have taken in the Kramer's book. You should use the very good literature or books or good author's book or authentic literature should be used while handling this particular subject. Food quality and safety, this is again very big domain actually. Few of the things already I have covered, but you can say the most of the majority of the students or maybe the professionals in the beginning part of their career, they are having a lot of confusions. After completion of my BTech graduation or food technology, the where I have to work and what are my responsibilities. What are the responsibilities and what are the functions of that department? It is a very big part again. Then, so that's why whenever you are involved in the academics or in the industry at that time, try to understand what are my responsibilities and what are the functions of this quality control department or quality assurance department. This is very important, and it will generate the interest, or it maybe create an opportunity to understand it. It is the potential of the selected segment. It is very important part. Then I will not focus on sensory much more. It is very primary practice, and hazards also will keep schedule 4 requirement. Any of the food business operator in the beginning part, they have to comply with the schedule 4 requirement of the FSSAI. Then they are eligible to run their businesses. Then as all of us knows that you have attended several courses, and they name as can say the HACCP, then PASSP, HAR, PC, FSMS, ISO, then FSME, and up to the PCQI. This you can say how the foreign country standards are also equally important. Getting the knowledge or pursuing the food quality and safety management subject, you can say the PCQI is again another the quality management part become nowadays very essential, because the FESMA is the act which is implemented in the USA. That is Food Modernization Act 2011, implemented in the year 2011 in the USA. And if suppose we are sending any consignment from our country to the USA, then the PCQI qualified graduate is highly essential. And who can become a PCQI? The food technologists, they are having the great opportunity to become a PCQI, because you have to handle the FESMA, each and every document, face the audit, each and everything you have to manage when you will become a PCQI of that particular. Means PCQI is nothing but the one of the team representative of this quality management system or regulatory management system. This FESMA works like our FSSAI, similar, even the US FDA there, but FESMA is again the same system they have adopted in the year 2011 in the USA. Association with the FSSAI and FOSTEC partner. Then again, from this subject or for educational institutes, then you can see how you have the opportunity. It's great opportunity through FSSAI. If you will become a FOSTEC trainer, then the FOSTEC trainers training will create an opportunity to educational institutes too, because the government doesn't have sufficient the manpower and resources. So that's why you can see the list of the FOSTEC training. So many educational institutes, they came forward and they become a training partner of the FSSAI for the conducting the FOSTEC training sessions through the thing. Next, please. Post-harvest management of spices. This part I will skip intentionally, because again, the one of the session already covered majority the content of this part. So I will skip it intentionally. So very important part of the content of this presentation, being an academician, what is the role of the in-plant training or internship during pursuing the course. So the role of in-plant training or inclusive of the electives in your academics, it is create and the great impact in your career. So in-plant training, then institute to institute, it's vary. ICAR institutes, they are having the 4 months training. The AICT institutes, those are comes under the AICT institute, they are having the 1 month training and the second year, third year. So that's why the different curriculums are having the different criteria. But industrial training is, according to my own opinion, industrial training create a very great impact in your future career, because it is not my own thoughts, because already higher education or maybe the so many bodies like NASSCOM, they have indicated the ratio of the unemployability throughout the country. So NASSCOM indicated that the more than the 80% graduates are unemployable in nature. It is rough data actually, but approximate. Only 20 to 25% they are getting the job. Then you can see that it is big again, the gap created in the academics, and peoples, they are not skillful in nature. That skills might be soft in nature or maybe hard skills, anything it may be. So that's why again you can see the without the skill set, if you are launching in the market, it is quite difficult, or it is showing the negative remarks toward your profession. So industrial training, whenever your industrial training, you have to prepare a very good plan. You have to start with your training with sales and purchase marketing, production engineering, then quality assurance, associate with the quality assurance, hygiene and sanitation, what is the importance of GMP or GLP. Keep continuous touch with the regulatory and safety aspects till the product is dispatched or up to the transportation. You have to keep continuous track, visit to each and every department, meet to each and every expert of the department, and try to grab the knowledge technical knowledge or whatever knowledge is available with that segment you have to pursue. And similarly, the elective subjects, they are also create and great opportunity for you. So another the important part that is of the presentation, being an academician, you can see the more the curriculum is having the similar kind of the flow. Once you have completed your core subject, then you are approaching for the industrial training. But instead of the mandatory training, you should always try to connect with the industry whenever you are getting the industry sponsor project or any opportunity of the audit with the industry, or at least visit to the industry. So again, the industrial training is the big issue for retention of your employability. Then mini project and merger project, again for research, again we need the more time, but we try to sort out because already we have covered some. Literature survey is the one of the basic. Go through the good literature, valid literature, and try to connect with the earlier researchers' data and statistical data for your project. Then product hypothesis. Then there's some objectives you are keeping in front of you, and some hypothesis you can see in the form of your synopsis or ORW. There are different names, or maybe project report you have to prepare. Selection of raw material of product, process, and packaging during selection of the research problem. But before, again, I would like to go somewhat backward. Whenever you are choosing your research project, try to connect with the several sources. First of all, approach to the regulators, approach to the industry, approach to the farmers, approach to the entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs, unorganized entrepreneurs, etc. And try to get the problems from sources like this. Then and then it will work fully. So this is about the selection of the research topic. Hypothesis, you have to select certain objectives with the availability of the appropriate raw material, proper procedures, valid references, valid analytical methods like AOAC or maybe other valid references you should use while conducting the research. Then finishing product with formulation. This is very important, because now we can say that according to the industry, you should map your career, because you can say that now industry is having the designations like the manager or the technical person in innovations and NPD. Quality control and regulatory is you must have all the skill set. Unless and until you will not get a good opportunity, or your growth will retard due to lack of some of the skill set. So this mini project or conducting the research project at your own organization, that is also equally important while you are studying. Then normally the people, they are thinking, copy paste karo research project, degree mil sakta hai, lekin you can see you will trouble a lot in future whenever you have the challenging situation, or any food business operator want to start a new startup with new startups. At that time, if the single person handle that, you have to handle each and everything of that new startup. Then you can see what will be the situation. Whatever shortcuts you have find out during you are conducting the research, then how it will create an danger for your future career. So quantitative, qualitative analysis, the analytical hand, already I have told you about you must have the very strong analytical hand, otherwise you will lagging behind in the market in terms of the characterization or judging any kind of the defect or any quality characteristics, that is qualitative, quantitative, microbiological, physical, chemical, and biochemical parameters. Then I can see again you can map all the things with your basic subjects. That is nothing but your chemistry, biochemistry, food chemistry, food biochemistry, then you can see whenever you are conducting the research, then again it has the correlation with your the mini project. Means again you can see situation is reaching toward what you have done in your past that matters. So you will lose your industry or professional opportunity. Also, you will lose your the one of the skill set. It is highly essential for the new startups or for very foremost requirement of each and every food business operator. And at the same time, whatever study you have conducted, that you are subjected for the shelf life evaluation. If you have the sound knowledge of the food microbiology and analytical hand, automatically the shelf life evaluation, it will the possible to shelf life you have conducted in your research, then automatically you can see you can comply any regulatory part of the microbial standards of the product. And in center itself, you can see the new product formulation. Always your mind should be analytical in nature, and your mind should be always create an innovations and try to take the follow up to the end. Don't create the shortcuts for your any part learning of the. You can categorize this presentation in 3 parts: the perception of the your basics, all the subjects or specialized subjects. Another is the industrial training, and third is the your mini research project. So these are the 3 segments. Normally we are studying while we are learning for your professional any graduation course relevant to the food technology and food processing. So with this I will stop here. Any queries or any discussions, any doubts you have, then you can freely you can ask me. Though the time is much more, we have spent more time, so we have consumed more time. So without any disturbance, if you have any queries or any difficulties till discussed part, because maybe some of the things may be relevant or irrelevant, I don't know how was the content, but anybody is having the any query or any doubts in your mind, you can really ask to me, or you can reach me to the whatever contact details I have given to you. So Prafulla, shall I stop here?
We'll continue with the question answer session.
Yeah, we'll proceed further for when.
Basically, it's telling about this webinar. It was very good and very informative and descriptive. Means people loved it, and in the comment section, I can see the people are talking about it's very good, very informative, and they means they just liked it a lot. So coming back to our query sessions, let's do it one by one. So first of all, how to check the presence of unintentional additive, especially hormones?
Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, please.
Is how to deal with unintentional additives, especially
unintentional. Okay. But there are a lot of you can say the instrumentation nowadays available. As one of the example already I have quote the NDDB supported projects like the Amul or maybe the nearby us Gokul is there. The Milko scam is the one of the instrumentation it is available nowadays, and they can able to detect the hormones or any kind of the adulterants at very rapidly. So it is not an issue now. The availability of the instrumentation will judge any kind of the adulterants, either it is intentional or unintentional.
Okay. Next is how to clear NET in food technology domain, as there is no particular subject for food science in NET syllabus. Instead of food science with textile, interior, etc. are present. So how to prepare? Means they are talking about UGC and CSIR NET.
Okay, in that context, we don't have the proper answer because in that subject domain they have not included. So the from which side you are completing your graduation, that matters, because in that case still date the UGC doesn't added the subject, so it is not the part for the any individual cannot be changed, but we have to take the further follow to write some letters to the UGC and try to sort out the problems, the inclusion of the subject in the UGC net also.
Okay. Next is why skill improvement program is not included in academic syllabus.
This is the my request to all of you. Some of the things are not intentionally means the addition or inclusion or its enforcement or implementation is quite difficult. So now it's our duty to start with us only. Whatever resources available, because curriculum is made before 10-15 years back, so that's why the timely it is not possible. But it's my request to all of the participants, those are want to enhance their skills, they have to start from their own, try to visit whatever the available food business operators available nearby with you. So or your pilot plant itself act as one of the source to improve the skill set of every individual.
Yes. One next question is why Indian industrial field is lacking behind as compared to Western culture.
Western wheat.
Industrial fields, means for industries in Western are very advanced.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
As all of us knows that there are several factors, because role of the policymakers, I can say, how strong is your system, that is regulatory system, as well as awareness among the peoples, then availability of the resources, then everybody's role, and what automation you are adopting, availability of the different raw materials and resources. These are the few of the factors we can say they are actually responsible to development in India.
Okay. So what is the suggestion for diploma student in food technology? What is the scope of diploma?
So diploma means because I can say there are in present scenario there are different courses run in the field of academics. BTech, BSc Quality Control, BSc Food Science, then BHOC, and a diploma from the government organizations like Malvan, and one is in the SNDT Mumbai. So either the person belongs to the any PG course or UG course from science background or diploma. They must have to understand the basic need of the industry and the knowledge of basic subjects knowledge, as well as the technical skills. I can say the spoken can improve later on, but try to focus whenever you are pursuing your subject. At that time, the basic subjects knowledge, as earlier I have highlighted, the food biochemistry, food chemistry, and food microbiology. These are the few, or even food engineering. These are the few subjects you have to focus a lot and try to connect with again industry. Whatever content I have delivered or any segments example you can see, you have to go hand in hand with your subject knowledge, with your industry knowledge, and you have to associate with the regulators or regulatory mechanism of our country.
Yes, sir, exactly. So that's all with the queries. Other queries were solved by our team, and whoever's queries remaining can drop us at www.foodtechis.co.in. We will get to the sir, or you can contact directly to the sir, as sir has given the contact details.
I will available in future also. If you have any doubts or any queries, you can connect with me any form, or as per your comfortness, you can connect me. I will try to resolve it.
Yes,
so
yes.
I hope all the things might not be relevant, or some of them are maybe irrelevant. But again, I will thankful to Prafulla and his team, who
Yeah.
Food Tech is, for very painful efforts to conduct such kind of activities, and given me an opportunity to express my thoughts in front of all the participants.
Yes, sir. We are very thankful for your precious time and valuable knowledge you have provided to us. And we would like to invite you for our next sessions too. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you all the participants for patiently listening all the webinar. So please join us in the evening. We have the last session today at 7 p.m. in the evening. And for the feedback link, check the description. The link is provided in the description. Please give your valuable feedback for improvement point of view. Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay. Okay. Can I